Nke Serobe is a pastor and inspirational speaker and now author of a book she entitled Absence of the Father. In this offering, Nke shares intimate and personal accounts of growing up without a father and also discloses how that was one of the most painful experiences of her life. She goes on to say that she penned the book to help its reader to embark on a journey of rebuilding, reconnecting, reconciling, and most importantly, to mend broken relationships between a father and his children. While to talk more about the book, Nke joins us now via Skype. A very good morning to you and thank you so much for coming on Morning Live. Now, the book is based on your own personal experience. Briefly share with us your story and why you decided that you were going to put it out there in a book.
A very good morning to you. The reason why I wrote based on my personal journey, right? Because I grew up without a father. So growing up without a father, for me at first, it was never so much of an issue. But as time was going up, because my mom brought me very well, you know, and everything that I needed, I used to get. I grew up as a spoiled brat, actually. But then growing up without a father, along the way, made me to pick up certain things that had my father been in my life, I wouldn't have gone through certain issues in my life. So
Nke, perhaps take us through some of those negatives or those things that were missing in your life, where even though you were raised with love and warmth by your mother, you had something that was missing. Bring us into that, and what negative impact did having an absent father have in your life?
What the negative impact that an absent father brought in my life was the fact that, you know, when you are a child that grows up without a father, you tend to look for love in every single man that you come across, right? And you tend to you lack confidence. You know, you have a low self-esteem. You find yourself in a place, in a position where you don't really know who you are. You are all over. You don't have control. You don't have discipline. You just live your way as it pleases you, the way you want to live. Because one thing that I know for a fact is most of my girlfriends that I would meet or I would have, they will tell you the same thing, that my father is also absent. You know, and you would find that the way that you do things, a pattern of doing things, it's not the same as when a father is there. Because when a father is there, your life is more controlled. Your life is more disciplined. You can't go out at night and come back the following day in the morning without even having to say anything to anyone. But when you grow up without a father and you are growing up with a single mother, it is easy for you to just say, "Mommy, I'm going to church." You know, even though you are not going to church. So the negative impact that it has brought in my life is I found myself looking for love in wrong places. And looking for love in wrong places, I found myself, you know, when we speak about a promiscuity, you know,
yes,
most of the girls that grow up without their fathers, the most issues that we struggle about is promiscuity. Among many others, it's also the fact that you find that, yes, you get, your parent looks after you, but when it comes to your studies, you have higher drop rates at school. You know, when it comes to your education, because your father has been absent. Those are the psychological effects of being raised without a father. Lower education, you know, like even when you get jobs, you don't really stick to your jobs. You hop jobbing, you know, from one job to the other. Your attitude, your behavior, how you handle other people, you always have this bitterness inside of you because there was never that father figure that models a father, that gives you the love, that gives you the support. Hence, I say, you turn out looking for love in wrong places, in men. Hence, hey, my story is like, I don't know where to even start.
Okay, you are now in a position that your mom was in. You're a single mother raising a teenage daughter.
Yes.
What do you teach her about that parenting-child relationship, that parent-child relationship?
like raising a teenager. Yes, with me raising my daughter, I think with the support of his father, it made my weight and my life easier, because I had told myself that I don't want my daughter to go through the same journey that I had to go through. So I'm thankful that the father is present in her life, even though we're not married. So when we speak about absence of the father doesn't have to be physically there, but we're talking about the fatherly support, the fatherly love, and not necessarily money, because I know most women will be talking about they need to support their child financially, but the child needs their father's love, their father's touch, their father's time. So what I teach my daughter is that my daughter has to be the best girl ever. She needs also to know how to handle other men, not like the mistakes that I did in the past, because I'm 43 years of age now. I could have been married a long time ago, but because of how I grew up and the fact that there wasn't that father to model a father figure, I found myself in the position that I am in today. So I try to be a better mother to my daughter, to say, baby girl, I had to go through these things. I had to do all the things that you may think of, clubbing, late nights, lying, and not living a life that a woman deserves, So you need to be a better girl. Focus on your studies. Don't be a spoiled brat. Go to school, study, focus. When opportunity comes, run for the opportunity and follow it. Make sure that education is key. Men can't give you everything, because in my time, I grew up in a time whereby you get spoiled by men. Even though you're working, but you're looking that, hey, if that man can give me a plus, whatever amount of money into my pocket, it will do something. But with my daughter, I am teaching her how important independence is, how important it is for her to work hard for everything that she has.
All right, Nke, that's where we'll have to leave it. Thank you very much for that honest and open conversation about your very own experiences. Right, that is Nke Serobe speaking to us about her inspirational book, Absence of the Father. She's also got a foundation called Absence of the Father Foundation.